Hey Carl, Coach Mike here. Welcome to your swing analysis. I want you to pay attention to the hitter on the top. One thing I want you to notice, I picked a hitter that's similar to you. He's a thicker guy, naturally strong, powerful guy. What I want you to notice, and then one of the themes that I want to concentrate on with you, is to notice his freedom of movement of his lower body. This is what I want you to really focus on going forward. So pay attention up top, and I want you to notice as he gets going, he starts with the 60-40 like we talked about. See how he can do a toe tap real easy? That means the majority of his weight's on the back foot. Now he's going to transfer that and try to get all that weight going forward while at the same time controlling his head and not having a huge sway in any direction off the ball. A lot of body control, head control. There he's planted his front foot. You can see the back foot starting to come up off the ground. That means that he has transferred his weight now into the front foot. And now his shoulders are taking over. Pretty much at this point, his footwork is done. He's done the work from the ground up like we talked about. He's done the work there. He's transferred into his front hip. And I want you to notice the amount of bat lag. That ball is almost to him, and his bat is still back here. And the way he's doing that is by maintaining a really good triangle bend in his arms, and he's allowing his shoulders to take over the swing at this point. It's no longer about his feet. He's done all the work with his feet. He's just simply keeping his head on the ball, and the shoulders are pivoting around. So what I want you to really focus on, now we're going to move down to yours, and notice, I like your step there, but then your lower body stops turning. See, at this point, your lower body is matching your upper body in turn. What I want you to do is continue to, once you've stepped to there, I want you to continue driving with your hips. You're going to turn, and if you notice, you look up top, he's turned so much that his belt buckle is facing the pitcher. Now I'll get you to the same spot at the same point of the swing, and you'll notice you guys have a very similar head position, like that. Very similar bat position at this point. I like that. I apologize for the screen down below. Everything's very similar. The only difference is that your hips stop turning, whereas his hips keep on rotating. Let's go back up top. Look at those hips rotating. Rotate, 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 rotate. All hips and shoulders at that point. Let's go back down to yours. Your hips stopped, and then your shoulders outraced your lower body. So if you can correct that one thing, never let your upper body outrace your hips. Do the work with your feet. That's number one. It's a ground up thing like we talked about. There's number one. Number two is going to be the hips. They're going to continue to crank. Number three is going to be the shoulders taking over. And then last but not least, the bat's going to come through. So watch yours again. Everything's good there. Everything's good there. The rotation, however, stops. And I want you to really focus on cranking through with those hips, getting onto that front foot. And the last thing I want you to pay attention to, notice how his back toe can come up freely. If you were to keep cranking through with your hips, your back foot, your back heel, I should say, would have no choice but to come up. So work on that, and you don't have to worry about overswinging. You've got all that natural power. If you work on this footwork, I promise you're going to be cranking the ball. Stay with it.